4 days. 4 days is about how long it's been since I've been in Bangkok, Thailand. Is it still worth it? Well, if you value this, it definitely can. And let me tell you why I say that, right? Because if you're making USD online, or if you got a remote job, or maybe you just want to get away for a second, right? Maybe you're tired of your corporate job. You just want to get away for a quick little 2, 3 months, get a reset, listen to different music, pick different foods in your system, different weather, different vibe, all that. It could be worth it, and for a good price. So this unit I'm in right now is about 640 a month, which is considered a pretty good rate. You can find cheaper, maybe like 400 or 500, especially if you're willing to be outside of the main city of Bangkok. So if financial motivation is the move for you, this could be very well worth it because you can save a lot of money, or it can cost you very little money as well. Now, how did I end up here? So I originally came here. It's been about my third or fourth time now, right? This particular time, I was in Vietnam. I said, you know what? I feel like going next door. So I took the flight. I think it was like $100 and some, and I ended up here, right? And it's just more of a creative, productive energy. If you notice, for the people who've been watching my content, for a while I wasn't uploading as much in Vietnam, but as soon as I came here, I just felt it as like a reset. Like it was just so refreshing. You meet other people who make money online, or who are entrepreneurs, or do social media, or maybe they got a remote job, etc. You can come here just to network. So let's say you're trying to figure it out. I imagine Bali, Indonesia is the same way as well, but you can just come here, meet some people they can plug in for you. This person tells you to teach English. This person tells you, oh, work for this credit card company because they're hiring remote people right now. Just come for a month. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. If you have never been anywhere outside of your home country and you have the funds, like let's say you got $2,000, that 2,000 can cover the flight from where you're at to here and a month worth of living expenses if done correctly. And that 1 month, I promise you, it's going to change you. I know it sounds cliche, right? First started talking about Thailand when I started my first journey 18 months ago, right? And then you see a lot of creators talk about Thailand, it's still worth it, blah, blah, blah. I will say, I have to say this, it is changing. It's not how it was previously. So previously, you notice that like there's a certain crowd that was going, right? And it was just a different vibe. So now there's way, way, way more foreigners. So if you want a local experience, you're gonna have to go somewhere maybe real north. I don't know, Chiang Mai or Chiang Rai, something like that, or Hua Hin. I heard that's very local. But if you're in like the bigger cities, Pattaya, Bangkok, you're gonna see a lot of foreigners, which has its pros and cons, right? But the face of it is changing. When I first came here, I think I first came here maybe 3 years ago. It was initially, a lot of Europeans, Russians, Chinese, things of that nature. Now I see people from all over. I recently just met someone from Ethiopia. You got Israeli people coming out here. Obviously now people from North America, Canada, etc. It's becoming way more global. I was just telling someone, I feel like Bangkok, Thailand is like a global hub right now. Like there's people from every corner of life. You just walk down the street, you hear French, you hear Spanish, you hear English, you hear Chinese, Thai, Japanese, all within like a 5 minute walking distance. Like everybody feels like it's coming here. I seen something a couple months ago that said Bangkok is in the top 5 most visited cities internationally. Let that sink in. Top 5 cities internationally. But there is something else that I have to tell you. I started this video by saying, is it still worth it? I want to cover the costs because I'm fresh off Vietnam, and I quickly realized when I came here, this ain't Vietnam. When I was doing Vietnam, I was ordering Grab every day, multiple times a day, $4 here, $3 here, $7 here, 5, 12, whatever. It's like you almost don't feel it if you're at a certain financial level. But here, I quickly felt it. I think my first day was like $30 worth of food, and I only got like 2 things. I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot it's not as cheap as Vietnam. But only, not is it not as cheap, but it's actually going up. So I remember when I first came like 3 years ago, I was getting meals for like $3, $4, $5. Now it's like I feel like on average I'm spending like $7 for a meal. So it is going up, and other cities are cheaper if that's what you prefer. But here it is definitely going to cost you. It's becoming more mainstream. I just talked to a girl yesterday who was telling me how December, 5 months ago, they have their first wing stop in Thailand now. Of course, it's in Bangkok, the main city. But that's crazy. I'm like, Wingstop? First they legalized MJ. Then a couple years later, shortly after that, they started doing all these hip hop concerts and Rolling Loud and Live Nation and all this stuff. And now they got a Wingstop. I just thought that was the funniest thing ever. But yeah, if you really want that Western food, you can definitely do that, like McDonald's, Burger King, all that type of stuff. They definitely got that out here for you if that's what you desire. But keep in mind, that's going to be the ones that's going to be more of a premium, right? Where if you want like the Thai food and simple rice, things of that nature, that's going to be a little less money. So I would say to keep that in mind. As far as the transportation, it hasn't changed too much with the costs. Yesterday I was riding the BTS. I think it cost me 47 baht. And previously, I would say it's within that range because that is so small that you almost don't feel it. 47 baht is roughly $1.50, give or take. Actually, it's closer to $2. I'm sorry. Yeah, which now that I think about it, that actually has gone up too because that same distance before used to cost me like 30 some baht because I lived in this neighborhood before. Excuse me. And I remember taking the BTS that far, so it's crazy. I'm like, yeah. It's like 30 something, now it's like 40 something. So that has gone up. So food, transportation, Grab, as well, when you do the Grab rides, which is like their version of Uber, I recommend to download that before you come out here. Very popular in Southeast Asia, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, all that. So transportation, food, what else has gone up? Or seem to have changed. The culture definitely has changed in those small 3 years. I just seen a YouTuber talking about how Medellin has changed, so that was interesting. Well, other than that, I feel like a lot of things are mostly the same. It's funny how I ran into some people I met 3 years ago and not much has changed personally with them, but the city culture has changed. They're constantly building new high rises. Even this unit right here, I think was built in the last couple of years. They're still constructing it. So that lets you know how new it is, right? So you can still hear some construction sounds. And if you're watching my videos, when I show my view from the morning, you'll see how actually there's still units being built. So all throughout the city, there's constant units being built. I predict, personally, that I think this is kind of like the last leg for Thailand. So for anyone who has not experienced it yet, I think you should definitely come check it out, come visit. I don't see this being what it was or what it is years from now. So I think there's going to be a new hotspot. Vietnam for a while seemed like it was trending in that way, but it seemed like it kind of just halted. Like, remember, you used to see on social media all the time, whether it was Instagram or YouTube, Vietnam. Now you rarely see it. And as someone who just came from there, I would say, honestly, I didn't like it. The people personally aren't as friendly over there. Yeah, the cost is cheaper, but there's just certain things that wasn't for me personally. But these are my honest thoughts. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all want more reflective insights on this? And what's going to be the next spot? I got a feeling it might be like, because Greece kind of fell off too, huh? Yeah, I wonder what's the next spot going to be.